I am continuing reading GarageBand for Dummies, and what I would like to remember today is that in your recording space, you want to have as little of hard surfaces as possible. So you want things like curtains, pillows, blankets, sheets to deaden the room, and you want to draw the curtains over the windows and have your mic as far from hard surfaces as possible. So it is best to have your mic in the middle of the room. So I definitely need to change my setup. And obviously you want to prevent background noise. And as I'm sitting in this room, I'm right next to the sump pump. And so I'm realizing that I'm gonna have to change my studio room completely. And then this took me a long time to figure out. I was reading how it's recommended that you have a USB MIDI input device, such as a keyboard. And I was looking at my keyboard and realized you cannot use a USB in it. But what I figured out is, you can't read it, but it says headphones. So I have this cord plugged in to my interface here, and there's several things that you need to make sure are going on at once to actually hear the instrument. So you want to select the correct input. So now that 2 is green, I know that the correct one is selected. You want to have instrument selected. And then on GarageBand, so the keyboard, you want to make sure that the input is the second input. And I think, so GarageBand is considering the keyboard an instrument, not a MIDI instrument, because this here, so like when I'm on the keyboard here as an instrument that I added, you can hear the keyboard, but when I'm on this, which is a MIDI, I'll show you. So you do this, and then MIDI software, add that. So it's the same thing. But when I'm on this one, you can't hear the keyboard. Yeah. So, and then I did the same thing with the guitar. So again, you want to make sure that the correct input is selected by pushing select, make sure instrument is selected, and make sure you have the correct input here. So that took me forever to figure out. But one thing I'm still confused about is what GarageBand is considering my keyboard, because with the guitar, you definitely needed this instrument button selected, but with the keyboard, as long as I'm on this track, if I so I'll play it, you can hear the instrument. If I deselect instrument, you can still hear it. But then that did not work with the guitar. So not 100% sure about all that.